I mean, I'm shooting blood all over this place. It's not a good situation.
We don't need you to.
Welcome to Cue the Mic. I'm Darren Worth.
And I'm the Beardology, Randy Twyford.
And I'm Emma Derflinger, and this is episode 83.
Beardology.
Beardology, yes. I'm studying beardology now, so that's why I'm growing a beard. I'm just hoping I'll have it long.
I was thinking about that.
I'm thinking about
Randy,
doing it
your
long
word last
enough.
week wasn't a word, by the way.
What?
We discussed that.
Randy's
offline.
word last week was, Randy's word last week was not a word. I just wanted to make sure all of our listeners knew that as well.
It is a word.
No, it's not.
Because I put it together. How do words get put together? Right.
That's not.
We would be
how
grunting
that
like
works.
gorillas if we didn't have words. So you got to think about that.
I don't think that's how that works.
It has to start somewhere.
That's
okay,
exactly
then what's the
right.
definition of the word you just...
Beardology?
You have
Beardology?
No, that
Study
one,
of beard.
That one I still don't.
The
I don't
study
know
of
if that's-
beards. But I'm
Yeah.
not
Look it up
sure
real
he
quick,
used
let's
it in
look
the
up.
right. I'm not sure he used it in the right context, though.
I used it
because
as a title.
he is. You should have said
Beardology is a real thing,
I'm Randy Twyford,
but
professor of beardology.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay. I'll give you that one.
Should we hit record again?
no.
Let's just carry on.
And I'm
Beardology
sporting
is
overalls
actually-
again today.
I'm sporting my new It's My Jam
I really
Cafe
like that. That looks
embroidered
nice.
shirt. Yeah. Yeah, it's bringing in all the hot chicks. They've all been hitting on me.
You know, speaking of clothes are expensive.
Ew. Fuck yeah, they are.
They are?
Yeah.
It's the same way, Darren, because I've never really bought, besides overalls and red shirts and shorts and stuff I buy at farm and the farm supply store.
Yep, they sure
Looking
are.
on stuff online, there's some things that look. I think I would look, especially now that I've got a beard, look that distinguished, casual English look, and and it's like, holy
jeez.
fuck, who can afford this shit?
Yeah, it's hard to... Nobody. But...
Well, somebody must be affording it because they're
they
still
just-
online. No
it's
wonder
all
everybody's broke. They're
chaos.
spending it on these expensive clothes. I'm going to have to go back
costs-
to farm
I
and
mean,
home.
to get like a good pair of jeans costs you almost $75, if not
I was
more.
just looking at some trousers this morning, and they were like 105. It's like, holy shit.
105. So I'm going to have to ask Sherry because, I've got my uncle passed away and I've got to go down to the funeral on Tuesday in Southeast Iowa. And so I'm like, I don't have anything that fits. Right. So Sherry goes out and does the shopping and, she knows that, she gets me a couple pair of black pants and shirt. And I'm like, hey, shirt's great. And here, both these black pants fit. So she's like, which one do you like better? I'm like, I don't care. Which one do you like better? I don't care. Doesn't matter. So
you should always say the cheaper one.
Here's the question. One of them has cuffs. One of them doesn't.
Oh, don't go with the cuffs.
What's in style?
For pants?
No, for pants.
No,
I see cuffs with a suit, not with just trousers and a sports jacket or whatever.
I'm not wearing a sports jacket. I'm just wearing a shirt and a pair of black pants.
I
no
wouldn't
no
do
cuffs.
no cuffs. No cuffs.
No cuffs.
Okay.
I once had a guy in a
Glad we
car
could
with
help
me.
you out there.
Yeah. When I was in the paint business, I had a guy in a car with me, and we were going to look at some jobs, and he was kind of a chain smoker, and I'm like, what the how come he's not smoking? And all of a sudden, over on the passenger side, I started seeing smoke rolling up out of the floorboard and going up the window. He's like, pull over, I'm on fire. and he had cuffed his pants out and was keeping his lit cigarettes in the cuffs of his pants. And they caught on fire. It's like, holy shit. So the moral of the story, and that kind of goes on to one of our topics of today of workplace safety. Never put your cigarettes in the cuff of your pants. So if you do with the cuff ones, don't smoke a big joint or something going down there and stick it in the cuff of your pants, or a cigarette or a big old cigar or something, you know. Speaking of workplace safety, it looks like you've got an injury on your finger, Darren. What's happened?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Workplace
I'm
safety.
used to that.
Yeah. It's my jam. We now have a running streak of now 2 days without a workplace injury. 2 days without a workplace injury.
Well, that's
We
good.
might even be on day number 3 today.
So how'd you injure your finger?
Well, so I didn't like the way they were slicing the red onions for our Italian
Hey, I got a
sub,
question.
Right?
Got a question
Yes.
before you get too far in it. As far as from a medical standpoint, when you cut that, did you have to soak it in anything to get any of the poisons out of it, or was there any type of liquids?
I haven't got to the point. It hasn't stopped the bleeding enough to soak it in cider, but I will.
Okay, all right. Well, okay,
I will. I will.
I was hoping you would
It is
eventually-
important. It is important to soak it in cider for the healing process.
Exactly. I was hoping you remembered that. We've always
Emma's
preached
still,
that.
And Emma
know
still
if
has
that's
not
correct.
got that. And
She
Emma
hasn't
still
got it,
has
yes.
not got that joke. No, she will.
No.
As she edits it, she will get this. She'll go, "Oh, those bastards."
Yeah, they slipped one by me.
Did you get
That
it?
was one thing we always preached out
Emma,
on the.
Emma, soak it inside her.
Ew.
She got it now.
Why? No.
I think she got it now.
She got it now. Yeah, we just had to see. That goes back to there's multiple meanings for words. We could soak it in cider, as in apple cider, or you could soak it in cider inside her.
Exactly.
So anytime over the years, Randy and I have known each other for many, many years. Anytime we hurt ourselves, it's very important to soak it in cider.
Did you soak that in cider?
Stop saying it. Stop saying it.
Not
Stop.
yet.
Stop
Not
saying
yet.
it. Stop saying it. That's gross.
Well,
Ugh.
I hope it gets healed up enough that you can give it some medicinal care.
Yeah. I'm a little worried about taking the bandage off, because at some point,
But don't fiddle
the
fuck around with
gash,
it.
the gash is either going to have to be glued down or cut off.
I'm gonna throw. I can't.
Ugh.
So
That's
yeah,
gonna make me
so
throw up.
my workplace accident. So we have this sandwich, an Italian sub, and so it's got it's got ham and capicola and Genoa salami, right? And we put that, and you can get it hot or cold, but it comes on a really nice hoagie bun with provolone cheese, and we put it in our fancy Alto Sham oven if you want it hot, and we melt the provolone on this roll, and it makes a nice crusty roll, and we put the meat in the oven too, and it heats it all up, and then we dress it with finely shredded lettuce and tomatoes and banana peppers and
sounds delicious.
thinly sliced red onions, and we top it with a zesty Italian dressing, right?
Nice.
Very, very great Italian sandwich. Very nice. And you can get it hot or cold. Well, so I watched them, and they're putting these red onions in their hand, doing these red onions, and they're thick. And I'm like, no, if you do it too thick, it's going to be an overpowering red onion to the sandwich. It needs to be very thin. So I went and got them, and they said, well, the mandolin's really dull. And I said, okay, that's fine. So I go get them a brand new mandolin that I had. And so I showed the first person at lunch. I said, okay, here, this mandolin's very sharp. It's got a safety guard on it, right?
Safety guard.
And so I showed it, and it's one of them as seen on TikTok mandolins, right? So you put the thing down and you just boop, 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 and you do it. And I said, when you get done, you pop the blade out, you wash it. I don't want you running this thing through the dishwasher. I want you to wash it manually, and I want you to put the blades in the bottom, and then I want you to put it back, and then we put it in this deep third pan up on top. I don't want to find it laying in pieces over on the dish rack.
Right.
I want it put right back here, but put the blades in the bottom. That way they're all, because it's got dicer blades and all kinds of stuff. I want it put right back here. Okay, not a problem. So day 2, I go to the second employee that's working the lunch line. I said, hey, I want to show you how to use this mandolin to make sure we're slicing the red onions fresh every day.
Training. You're doing employee training.
Training. That's what I do, employee training, right?
Yeah.
So I go to grab the mandolin out of the thing, and employee 1 did not follow the rules and left the mandolin blade in the mandolin. And Darren gashed his finger all the way from one side to the other side. Very, very sharp mandolin, brand
Them
new,
little
only
bastards
1 day
are sharp.
old. Oh, that son of a bitch was sharp. Well, I had me and 2 other employees trying to get the blood stopped. I mean, I'm shooting blood all over this place. It's not a good situation.
We don't need detail. You can spare us.
And so I've got pressure on this bitch, and I'm trying to get it done. And finally, we're able to get a couple Band-Aids around it, and we get a finger caught around it, tape around it, and finger caught on it. We get it all done, and we get the crime scene, which was in the back room, not in the kitchen, but we got it in the back room, and all the boxes shit was in, blood off of them. Anyway, we get it all
Looks
cleaned
like a
up,
slaughterhouse.
and everything's good. And it didn't hurt anymore. I mean, it only hurt when I cut it, and then it stopped hurting. So anyway, so that night we're heading out to Mike Green's house from Woodward Barbecue. He was getting out of the catering business or out of the vending business. So he had a bunch of extra stuff he wanted me to look through and see if I wanted any of it. So we're driving out there in the box truck, and, you know, we're going through all his stuff, and he had a freezer and all this stuff I'm buying. So anyway, we're loading this freezer, getting ready to put it on the lift gate, and we're coming through the door. And he's got a little 1-inch lip on the door. And so I said, oh, here, hang on, I'll lift it. And instead of grabbing with my good hand, I grab with this hand.
Oh,
Right.
And I tear that bitch wide open once again.
Holy shit.
And it hurt 10 times worse that time, but I didn't even think anything about it. It quit hurting and whatever. So anyway, but it's pouring down rain, and we're heading home, and it's foggy and raining, and I take a wrong turn, and Sherry's next to me, and I can't see 50 feet in front of me. And anyway, we get about halfway home out in the middle of the boonies, and I'm like, God, what is wet? And I said, Sherry, shine your light over. And there's blood rolling down my hand.
Oh, boy.
And so I'm trying to figure out, how do I drive in the pouring ass rain, fog, whatever, and keep pressure on this thing? So anyway, I get back to the restaurant, to the Jam. I said, let's pull over to the Jam here and see if we can't get this thing stopped. So we go in, and the cleaning guy was in there mopping the floors. And he comes in, and he's like, what happened to you? And I'm like, I cut myself earlier. It's fine. We'll get it cleaned up. So we get the scissors out, and we're like trying to get the old Band-Aid off and doing surgery. And never once in my life have I passed out, but I start getting the wheezies, and I'm like starting to spin. I'm like, oh, I got to sit down. And Sherry's like, what? And I'm like, I just have to sit down. And she's like, I'm calling 911. I'm like, don't call 911. I'm fine. Just give me a minute. And so finally she's feeding me orange juice because I hadn't anything to eat all day. And so finally, after about 10 minutes, I come to, we get her all bandaged up. It was just a clusterfuck. And so now it's like, I haven't taken this thing off, and I just coated it with antibiotic cream, threw a bunch of Band-Aids. I'm like, well, I'll take it off next week. So every morning I get up and I throw a latex glove on in the shower because I don't want it to get all wet and replace it. So who knows? I probably got gangrene under that sumbitch now. But Emma, you can put your okay. Emma's grossed out by blood, so
I just was getting it's making me queasy. I didn't like that.
yeah.
So.
Yeah. It didn't make me queasy, but by God, somehow it gave me a fucking wheezy.
Yeah. Well, I think the moral of the story is practice safety no matter where.
Well, never trust anybody to do what you tell them.
Well, that might be true. That
That's
Right?
might
also
be
true.
the better
mean-
moral of the story.
Jesus Christ. Or if you want to do something, do it yourself. I mean, hell, just like,
Did they put it back right?
huh?
Did they put it back after?
I don't know. I'm not pulling the son bitch out. I hope they. So, boy, she came in. I said, "Hey, Bernice, let me show you. You didn't put it away." "Yeah, I did." I said, "You sure?" "Well, no, you didn't see this." "Yeah, no." So anyway, but anyway,
Practice safety.
all is good.
November is safety month.
Practice safety. Yeah. But yeah, things are starting to settle down at the jam. Things are starting to get in their groove. I don't have to cook on the line, even though I did have to. I was on the line this morning from about 6 till 7:30. But other than that, I wasn't on the line at all yesterday. I was on the line for about a half hour yesterday morning. But
Yeah. Well, that's good.
As a
So
backup
progress
copy.
is going. Sales still happy with sales and projections and everything.
yeah, sales. Oh yeah, sales are still strong. They were a little bit down last week than that first week, but it was. I think we're going to get to the point that we can start turning on some online order stuff and a little bit. You know, that's
Now,
gonna
what's
be
the
next thing
determining
that'll
factor?
piss
What's the
people.
determining factor on that, Darren?
Well, it's just can we handle more tickets? You know, so.
Okay.
Like every morning, we can handle additional business like from 6 to 8. So I could turn on and where people could order from 6 to 8. But like at lunch,
Ooh, that
we're
would be
pretty steady. But
huge.
I'm gonna turn on online ordering, but I'm not gonna turn on stuff that is really hard to make.
Okay.
So
All right.
like daily specials, I could turn on daily specials are super easy to make. So I could turn on where you could just order daily specials.
Yeah.
But somebody's going to go, but I want the fucking double-decker cheeseburger or whatever. And they're going to get pissed about that because they can't order that online.
Yeah.
So you're not
So
going to turn
it's
on
go-
the full
it's-
menu.
I think I'm going to turn on a limited menu.
Uh huh.
What is everybody all of a sudden decide that, oh, hey, it's podcast time.
Businessman.
Yeah.
So you're not going to
Crazy.
turn the whole full shamil on. You're going to do.
I don't think I'll turn the whole schmeal off, and we got to be able to kind of turn it on and off as we need it.
Right.
And it's going to be limited, you know, so we're not going to overload, and people don't quite understand that. But, you know, I kind of put that out to people. They were asking, they're going, we don't understand why you don't have online menu. And I said, well, do you understand it's a 500 square foot kitchen? Do you understand that when the dining room's packed and ticket times are running now about 15 minutes, do you understand that if you throw a bunch of tickets on it, that all ticket times will go up? Right. So the kitchen doesn't get any bigger. Right.
Yep.
So, you know, it just makes it slower for everybody. So, you know, and so then somebody popped in and said, hey, I ran a breakfast restaurant for 20 years and breakfast doesn't travel well. You know, so the question is, if you order over easy eggs,
That's
Oh.
very true.
Very true.
over
That's
easy
very
eggs.
true.
So my question is, over easy eggs, should every to go just have the option of scrambled eggs? Because over easy eggs isn't going to work anyway.
Then you're going to have
Unless
problems.
you get the fancy little IHOP actually does this very conveniently. They have one of those fancy little containers of where it's like a stackable situation. So like
No.
they'd put the over easy eggs on the bottom and then and probably that I think like maybe the hash browns. And then the next layer is like my meat or my pancakes and then the lid. And that helps with the travel. But why would you
No.
want to buy one of those?
No.
Never mind. Just pitching an idea.
Let's vote on that. Randy?
Eh.
What about you, Randy?
What?
Tonight.
Okay, Randy, I thought you were on my side for something. But whatever.
Not something
But
silly
things,
like that.
things that are very
It's
easy
not
to make.
silly. Why is it
Well,
silly.
I'm not saying it's silly.
It's a
Once
convenience.
again,
Very-
IHOP has a 5,000 square foot kitchen. We have a 500 square foot
Well, I'm
kitchen.
just
Right.
saying. I was just saying that for the traveling, if you did make over easy eggs, that was just if one day you decided that you wanted to do that, that would help with the travel because it keeps it from getting all gross. Everything getting all gross.
Yeah, I think scrambled only.
Yeah.
I mean, omelets will travel well,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
Sure.
cheese gets kind of rubbery if it sits in there too long.
Okay, so
that's what you deal
pancakes
with.
ain't worth a shit.
That's what you
But then
deal with
again,
doing
everybody
carryout.
everybody knows that you want to do carry out is shit anyway, right?
Yeah,
I guess that's fair.
exactly.
Right?
That's
I
valid.
agree 100%. So are you going to be doing all this online ordering through Toast or another application?
Oh yeah.
So
No,
okay.
through Toast.
No.
Okay.
It'll come through Toast.
Okay.
So anyway, we'll let the best die of screaming. So yeah, we've had some interesting customer feedback. Some
Enlighten us.
all the way. I mean,
Yeah.
we've had our Google reviews are starting to grow. All 5 stars except for we had one.
Should I pull it up?
We had one 4-star that was probably a plant. Was the 4-star was that our managers were micromanaging our servers and they felt the tension in the air.
Oh, so yeah, that was a plant.
That was a plant. I went on Facebook trying to figure out the guy who he was friends with on Facebook.
Yeah.
But other than that,
That review's
Over-
gone anyway.
is it?
Oh no, it's not. It was from
Yeah,
yesterday.
well,
But everything
So-
else is a 5-star.
everything else was a 5-star.
Excellent.
We did have a guy that came in and ordered a bunch of different things and proceeded to send us a letter without his name on it, unmarked in a mailbox with no return address, that proceeded to tell us everything on our menu was total dog shit. Everything from A to Z. Critiqued everything down to our ice water was horrible. Absolutely everything. Everything was absolutely horrible. I don't know how you'll ever stay in business. Type horrible. Everything. And it was everything had no flavor. Your sausage tastes like ground up pork tenderloin, which we've got a lot of complaints that our sausage was too spicy. That's our number one. So I've kind of tuned back that sausage recipe a little bit with the cayenne and black pepper in it. I've actually tuned it back, but this guy said it was like ground up pork tenderloin. So I wish I had I wouldn't pulled up the ticket because I can see who did it, but it didn't have, I could see his signature, but I didn't have the name on the credit card. I was actually, if I would have got the name, I would have sought him out and sent him a COVID test because evidently he has no taste buds because everything had no flavor, like our pancakes. Your pancakes have no flavor at all. Oh my God. Everybody just goes raving about the pancakes, so it's like, but everything down to your corned beef hash, zero flavor, just chunks
Did
of
he
corned
order the
beef
whole
and hash
menu?
brown.
Did he order
No,
the
but
whole
he
menu?
just
Jesus Christ.
he did a little jam classic thing and did a bunch of add-ons, but everything was
Practical.
horrible. Everything was horrible that he had. Everything was horrible.
Yeah, that's just a hater.
Oh my God. And to send us something in the mail with no signature, no return. I'm like, really?
Oh,
dude?
yeah,
I was
that's-
just laughing. It was just laughing.
Spineless
I might put his
bastard.
review on the back of the. Oh my God.
Randy
then,
said what I was thinking.
And then we had one the other day, last night. I responded to him actually at 3:30 this morning. People wonder why I respond to people at 3:30 in the morning, but a really good review. The guy had been here it wasn't even a review. He sent me a message saying, "Hey, we're glad you're back. We've eaten in there 4 or 5 times. Everything, your breakfast has been killer. The corned beef hash is the best I've ever had anywhere. Da, 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 da. We love this. We love this. We love this. The only thing we don't like is your Monte Cristo sandwich." He said,
Which-
the 2 of us have had it. We think it had way too much cinnamon, which if the guys don't stir it up if they don't stir up the
Yeah.
egg wash with the cinnamon, and if they don't stir it when they dip it, you could get too much cinnamon.
Sure.
He thought that it didn't need a spicy jam. He thought it needed a much sweeter jam on it, and he thought the jam should be served on the side, which I total 100% agree, and I think we need to start doing that. But he said that we should go, if we're going to have it on the menu, we should go to Bennigan's and try theirs, which I've never tried Bennigan's, but evidently
Years ago,
Bennigan's
I've
has
ate
the
them.
best.
Very good. Years ago.
Is it a deep fried one?
Yes, I believe it is, Darren.
Yeah. See, we don't deep fry ours, but
Yeah.
people think so, and we're not selling very many of them. So I don't know, but he also said I'd really like for you to conquer a Cuban, which we could conquer a Cuban very easily, but we're really not looking to add to the menu.
Well, okay. Now, you've talked about having a
Yeah.
few bad ones. Emily, or get on your
Emily,
yeah, sorry,
that's
sorry.
Emma.
Emma, sorry.
That's Emma. See,
Sorry.
it's right here at
Been
the
the
bottom of the
same-
screen. Right here at the
Same-
bottom of
yeah,
the screen, it
okay.
says
I
Emma.
It's been the same name
different-
since you've known me.
Yeah, that's true. Read some of the good ones that they've got up there on Google reviews. So
Okay.
it's not all
a lot of
bitching.
them just looked like it was. A lot of it looked like it was just.
Yeah, the avocado toast one
Yeah.
was, and I actually made that plate, the avocado toast, because I remember crossing the bacon.
This one says, yeah, it's 5 stars. It's my jam was absolutely delicious. I got the avocado toast and also tried the cinnamon roll. Both were amazing. Definitely give it a try next time you're looking for a great breakfast lunch spot. Food and menu were great and the service was quick and friendly. Oh, here's a long one. My wife and I had lunch there today. Very cute diner feel with very nice servers. The food came fast and was delicious. Pancakes are definitely something to tell your friends about. This place is now going to be our go-to breakfast place around Ankeny. I used to love Soriso Grill, so I had to try the new place. We had the scramble and omelet. Everything was great, and the staff was super friendly. We will definitely be back. Breakfast tacos are to die for. You get two. I either get them with chorizo or Italian sausage, and I add queso and pico. I also love the avocado toast. Also, their brown sugar jam and tarts are to die for. And then the rest are just 5 stars.
So
Yeah.
you do get some good ones.
Got a 4.9 rating here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we're getting
All primarily good ones.
I just don't want people to think
We
all
have-
you get is bitching, you know.
Oh no! I tell you what, we've got. I've got managers working the room just checking on food, and
Right.
we're getting nothing but great reviews on the food. I figured in our processes, it's all timing in breakfast, right? It's all timing, and so we've been working with the guys on timing because as I look over, we were tending to get the eggs done. And I'd see eggs sitting on a plate waiting for the skillet to get done. And I'm like, whoa, wait a second. That egg's going to get a lot colder before that skillet. So
So
I've
flip it.
kind of said, hey, that skillet will hold for 20 minutes and be hot. Not that it's going to take 20 minutes, but let's work on, hey, the skillet gets the cheese on it, put down the egg. Let's put the skillet on the plate, flip the egg. As soon as you flip the egg, throw the toast. Right. And that process of
Sure.
just going through that. So, it works. I mean, the only time we really get behind is when something happens and a server or whatever throws a kink into it and they do something in the system that double makes something, or they forget to submit an order in, and all of a sudden we've got to stop and say, we got a problem. Oh no. And then we've got to decipher what happened here. And that just, you spend 2 or 3, 4 minutes deciphering a problem and you lose those 4 minutes and then
Sure.
you put you behind.
It's hard to get them
That's
back.
the only time it's hard to get them back. Or if you miss a pancake on an order, if you all of a sudden get by and you're not looking and seeing that pancake coming and you miss a pancake or 2, or you get a triple stack, because our pancake griddle, you can only fit 3 big pancakes on that griddle. If all of a sudden you get a triple stack, oh my God, it's just a line killer. So you got to stay out. I mean, the first thing you're looking for is, hey, because a pancake will hold for a few minutes.
Sure.
Yeah.
But boy, you miss that pancake. But a piece of toast takes 30 seconds. Eggs take a minute or two. No big problem. Biscuits and gravy, slam dunk. Skillets, you always got hash browns on the griddle, Bill and the skrittle. You can react to almost everything. But man, them pancakes are line killers.
Interesting.
Just because we don't have a lot of big space.
Flat top space.
Yep. Flat top
Interesting.
space, so. Yep.
So it sounds like things are smoothing out, planing out. I guess question I got: are you still glad you did it?
Oh, I love it.
You
Okay.
wanted to open another one, Randy.
I love it.
Oh, that's right. That other one.
I actually love it. I mean, the only thing that, it's just the prep coordination thing is the hardest thing of this deal because you don't have any prep room.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, so the slice and dicing, because we still, I refuse, I don't know, it's just stubborn me. But I
Yeah, it checks
refuse
out.
to buy shredded cheeses. We're shredding our own cheeses. I refuse to buy sliced meats. We're slicing all our own meats.
Uh-huh.
Do you
It's just
think?
that's just me. I could buy
You think
I
that
could buy sliced ham. I refuse to.
Do you think over time you might, like, if you guys keep growing, you think you might kind of give into that and start doing
No, no,
it? Okay.
no.
I guess that's fair.
It's just it's a lot cheaper to do it yourself,
Yeah.
and it's
I
a
guess
lot
that's valid.
more. It allows me to be different. So I want my ham cubed bigger than I can buy it. I don't want little tiny diced ham. Our
Yeah.
signature is vegetable that are diced they're diced
Yeah.
bigger. Some people don't like it, but most people like, wow, that's cool. I'm like,
Right.
yeah, because if you want to pick something out, you can pick it out. It's just our way of doing it. It's kind of signature. Nobody else is doing it that way.
Yeah.
And so I really like it that way.
Good.
And so
That's fair.
it's just one of those things that's the way we're going to do it.
Let's switch gears a little bit. How are things going for the cheesecake kitchen?
Yeah. I had a chance to travel down to the cheesecake kitchen on Thursday. Me and old T-Rex, we went down.
Oh, that's
to
right. You
take
took the T-Man.
Mhm.
We took the refrigeration equipment down. Was that Friday? Thursday? Friday? Fuck, I don't know what day it is. Maybe Friday.
It's
No,
Sunday.
Thursday. Friday. Friday we went down.
Was it the day you cut your finger or the day before you cut your finger?
I don't know. No, it was after I cut my fingers. So it must have
Oh.
been Friday. Yeah, Friday we went down. We went down and took down the refrigeration, got the coils hung, and got the stuff on top of the roof so that he can go back down and pipe it in, but and coordinate with the electrician and stuff. So they are, they're almost done drywalling, ready to go to paint.
Nice.
The flooring guys ready to go. So we're only going to wait on one thing. We can't get natural gas into the building until December 2nd.
What?
So, which means, oh God, they just messed. They didn't get it trenched in time, and now they've poured the parking lot, or their final phase of the parking lot's happening. They poured one swatch and all the sidewalks, so they got one more pour of the parking lot, or they got two more pours of the parking lot. One's happening Monday, one will happen Tuesday. So now they have to bore underneath the building to get to the natural gas. And they can't get it done which means they're trying to drywall with temporary heaters in there. They're going to paint with temporary heaters. They're going to floor with temporary heaters. It's just a cluster.
Whoopsies.
Anyway, it's moving right along. So hopefully we'll be cheesecaking by the second
Christmas?
week in December.
Once you get the propane or
Christmas
natural gas in
time.
there.
He said once they get the natural gas in, they're going to have it where they can just turn it on, light everything, and be able ready to go. So
Fantastic.
We'll see.
So you'll have everything set and ready.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure we'll have equipment moved in, but it's fine. It's going to be at least we'll have some refrigeration going, and I'm not sure. I don't know. We'll see how things go, but hopefully she'll be cooking by Christmas. I'd like to get her in before the Christmas rush so she could actually cook over there, but
Sure.
I don't know. It'll be good. It looks nice in there. It's a very nice building. They've done a really good job with it, and
From-
she's a little nervous, but that's okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Are your
Remind
plans?
me, is it just going to be a kitchen, or are people going to be able to come in and order kind of like a bakery sort of setup?
So it's got in the front. It's got like a 15 by 30 customer area that
Right.
they will have some hours that they'll have, not all the time,
Yeah.
but they'll have certain hours that customers will be able to come in and get cheesecakes. Of course, they'll be able to come in thing, but it's mainly a commercial kitchen, but it's going to have a nice area out front with display cases and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, knowing your
It'll be,
sister, we don't have to worry about her judging somebody by how they'd vote in the election or anything. So somebody wouldn't get served or whatever.
What the?
Boy, I don't know.
What an out of pocket comment.
Well, in case the gas isn't on and the ovens aren't running and she can't serve somebody, they don't think it's because how they voted in the election or anything. She won't have that, I'm sure.
Fuck is wrong?
Yeah, who knows? Who knows? She's been in the education system a long time.
Yeah.
We're changing the topic again to anything else. To literally anything else.
To literally
What a whoopee
anything
of a
else.
time.
Whoopee of a time. These are
Yeah.
the best of times. These are the worst of times.
Yeah.
These are just times. But no, everything seems to be got our butts kicked at Smokey D's over the weekend.
How come?
Why is that?
I don't know. We came off a good ass whipping off Veterans Day.
Right. How many meals did you
Last
serve? Free veterans
there wasn't
meals
even
did you
anything
serve?
really going on.
710.
Holy
Did you
shit.
really?
710 free meals. We did
Now,
a free
what
lunch
consisted
platter.
of a
So
free meal?
Well, you could have one meat, two side platter with a free drink.
Anything.
Any meat you wanted, any meat,
Any meat.
any meat,
Okay.
any two sides. So you wanted
Steal.
brisket, beans, and coleslaw, whatever. We used to do kind of a limit, whatever. And we said, oh, any meat you want. You want burn ends and beans and coleslaw, wine, whatever. Don't care. You're a
Treat him.
veteran. You put in your time. Guess what? Meals on me.
Meals, 751.
710.
710. 710. Wow.
710 meals. So yeah, it was nuts. It was nuts. The cupboard was bare come Tuesday morning, just like
I bet it was.
last night. I mean, we were watching numbers yesterday because I was at the jam most of the time, and then I was running around. Oh my God, it was like run around. I was trying to get the food truck winterized and do all this stuff, and finally last night I sat down and I looked at sales numbers. I'm like, holy shit, we ran 30 grand through that place yesterday without
No
catering,
No
just
kidding.
through the restaurant. Yeah, it was just nuts.
On
I'm trying to think
Saturday in the middle of November, third Saturday of November.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah, just
I don't know.
crazy.
Would people have been shopping?
Is there anything going on?
People were everywhere yesterday. I had to go to Sam's Club. I had to go to Walmart. Oh my God. It was like, I felt like I was on a suicide mission.
Was it that bad?
Oh God. Sam's Club at 3:00 on a Saturday afternoon. It was, fuck.
Probably looked like Puerto Rico on any day.
I tell you what, I wanted to make chicken enchiladas for dinner. And I just happened to be at Sam's Club, and part of one of the cheats that I like to do with chicken enchiladas, I like to pick up a rotisserie chicken.
Sure.
And I happened to walk by, and they were getting ready to take the rotisserie chickens off the spit. And there was a line, 30 people deep,
Get out.
waiting on rotisserie. No. And I'm like, are you shitting me? There's no way I'm waiting in line to get a rotisserie chicken. So
Right.
I went around, did my other shopping, came back, and I'm like, just swung back by, and the last person in line was getting the rotisserie chicken, and I just stepped up and got mine. And
Got you one? Good.
Got me one.
That's amazing. So, does that make you a little nervous looking forward to like when they have the big wrestling tournaments up there and the basketball tournaments in Des Moines? All these athletic tournaments and stuff.
Yeah, we don't worry about that. We don't worry
Okay.
about
Yeah.
shit like that. We're a meat
Well,
factory.
and a lot of them aren't even held in I mean, the only ones that are held in Des Moines nowadays are just wrestling and basketball, and those are like it's just like a 3-week time span.
Yeah, the only thing it's got us nervous right now is shit. People getting sick. You know, the bugs going around. So we've got people handing each other the flu. You know, so we're dealing with a little bout of short staffing. Just because people, I mean, shit. Yesterday, I think we ran 12 or 13% in labor, which
Wow.
is nuts.
Yeah,
You
for
know,
that
so
amount of volume.
we printed money yesterday. There's
Yes, you
no
did.
doubt, but
But those that were
they
there
ran their
earned
ass
it.
off. But
Those were
yeah,
there.
they did,
earned it.
and they did earn it with the tip share and everything. With them being there, they earned it.
Yeah.
They got paid too. So, but yeah, it was it's crazy. We got a little concern of people, you know, just legitimately being sick, and
Sure.
this person gets this person sick, and this person gets
Just
this
goes
person
down
sick, and they're out for a couple of days and just going down there. So eat your Wheaties, right?
Yeah. Eat your Wheaties and use your hand sanitizer.
Take your immunity.
yeah.
Take your
Or
immunity.
just get a job where you work remote and don't have any human interaction most of the time.
Yeah, that's easy to say in the restaurant business.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Because you guys that have that type of job still want to go out to eat.
I don't. Well, that's not true, actually, but I'm trying not to. I'm going to be back on my health kick. I'm very excited, I think is the word I should use. I have to force myself to be excited.
Yeah, after this week, it hasn't been a real healthy week for me. And I'm like, just because it seems like we haven't eaten dinner till 8 o'clock any night because we've just
Right.
been on the run for some reason. Just
Yeah.
it's hard when we've still been trying to get these last few maintenance items done, and you know you got to get people out of that restaurant. Well, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon before they get done. You know, before they're out of there, before you can do anything. So it's like 4 o'clock, and you're trying to start your day.
Right.
You know, and it's like you're trying to balance, okay, do I do this? Do I go make dinner? Whatever, da 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 da. So, you know, most nights it's been 7:30, 8 o'clock. And,
Sure.
you know, it's like, oh, fuck. I haven't even started to make dinner. So let's just go pick up a Chick-fil-A sandwich, or let's just go do this. Or shit, Friday night, hell, it was 8 o'clock at night and we're eating fucking Culver's.
Yeah.
And nothing
you know.
wrong with that.
So how's
Huh?
your
Ain't
how's
nothing
your
wrong with
Thanksgiving? How's your Thanksgiving stuff coming along? Do you know?
You know, I heard our order volume was down a little bit.
Uh-huh.
But everybody was concerned our Thanksgiving orders. But I said, you know what? Everybody waits till the last minute.
Sure.
I was going to
Sure.
say,
But
this week's going to be chaotic.
here's going to
I've
be
bet.
our problem. Everybody always waits until the weekend before. But I am cutting off orders on Thursday.
Same here.
Have you
And
been?
I've told everybody we are cutting off orders on Thursday. So next weekend is going to be the biggest crybabies in the entire world. Or maybe I'll come out and say, hey, I'm going to leave orders on, but guess what? A turkey is now $300 per turkey. Would you still want it? Maybe I should look
Guaranteed.
at it that way.
Guarantee they will.
Because we're shutting off Thursday, and I know people don't read the social media. We're trying to figure out how do we get out the word. We've sent out emails to everybody that's ordered in the past saying, hey, here's the deal. I'm not sure how big a sign you can put up, whatever you can do to say, if you want a Thanksgiving meal, you have till Thursday at close. And so don't call me Friday. Don't call me Saturday. And so, you know, Darren, because guess what? You're too late. Right? But most people are the biggest procrastinators in the world. And then they'll go, well, why can't I get turkey? I can get that any day. Why can't I get this? Well, guess what? You have to order in turkeys. You have to thaw turkeys.
There's
You know,
the biggest
so in order
thing
for
is
me to
thawing
get
them turkeys.
well, in order to get a turkey in, you know, I have to order it Thursday by 5 o'clock in order to get a turkey. The next time I can get a turkey is Monday.
Oh, okay.
Well, if I get it
Frozen
in on
or raw?
Monday, that means it frozen. So that
Oh,
means
shit.
if I get a turkey in on Monday, that means I can't cook it till at least Wednesday, and I need to serve it on Wednesday. So
Right.
the fact of the matter is I have to have it. So people just don't understand these things. We don't cook them for months ahead of time, which I
Right.
probably should. I probably should just go cook them right now and craw back them, throw them in the freezer and thaw them out for them. That's what everybody else does,
Yeah.
or Hy-Vee, right?
Sure.
They just buy a factory turkey and
serve that up.
yeah. Or
Do they really?
maybe I should just cook about 50 extra turkeys and 50 extra hams and say you forgot. Hey, we're going to have a lottery. Be here at 10 o'clock and whatever it's gone, they're gone, right?
I've thought about doing that. I think I was going through my numbers this week and getting the order placed, and I was surprised how many we've got ordered. And but we've got a lot of side meat, just brisket, burnt ends, pulled pork. We got more than that, more of that ordered than I had anticipated. But so I was thinking about just adding an extra, say, 5 or 10 turkeys to it, and then we're going to have the food truck in Jacksonville on that Wednesday, and then we're going to have the food. I don't know whether to take the food truck, probably take the hot shot truck up on Wednesday or Tuesday to Springfield to make for deliveries, and just throw some extras in. If people want them, they can come and get them,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the fact of the matter is there's really not, like I told our GM yesterday, I said, you know what? There's not a ton of money in this holiday meat business. So if we're down, do I really care? No.
Right.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And if we really put our numbers to it, it's really not that great a profitable thing. I mean, there's a lot better ways to make money at it.
Sure.
So I'm not, we've been doing it for so long. It's a great customer convenience thing, but we just got to train the customers that, hey, you're going to have to get better. You're going to have to.
There is a cutoff date, and we're going to live by it. So.
There's going to be a cutoff date, and they've known what the cutoff date is since we put the stuff out 3 months ago.
Right. I'm kind of in the same deal. I'm going to live by my cutoff date.
Well, you should.
Just can't.
That's why you have them.
I know. Instead of that's the other people
what
that have
deadlines
already
are for.
ordered. Yeah. But people don't.
That's why it's a deadline.
People don't live by that. So a lot of people.
It's just the planning of that day, because we have to get a count on that day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the problem is people want to say, hey, I want to pick up something, but you can't intermix. So, I mean, and if somebody wants to order a gallon of potato casserole on Monday and come pick it up Monday, we can still handle that. But you can't pick it up on Wednesday, because Wednesday it's going to be mixed in. We've got to segregate Wednesday off. That's the problem. Yeah. People are so used to being last minute with us, but you can't do that around holiday season. And so I think last year, I don't know, I can never remember year to year, but I'm pretty sure we put pans of stuff out in the merchandiser and just kept putting pans out. You want it? Hey, come cash.
Go over there.
Here's a cash and
get
carry.
it. That's nice. You can do that.
Get it. Come grab it. We got stuff. Just come grab it. And just here's a special merchandiser. Hey, come get whatever you want. Just don't order it. Just come get it.
Yeah. Because that's just going to debacle all your numbers. Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, I was kind of surprised at, as even for us, our numbers seem to be up this year compared to last year. But last year was the first year we had done it for a while. So,
yeah.
Huh.
So I think we'll be fine.
Yeah. Oh, it'll be fine. It'll be is that next week?
No.
The week after. Week after. Yeah.
You got time.
What we've been picking up on. What we've been picking up a lot on is Christmas parties. We're doing more Christmas parties this year than we've ever done.
Huh.
And I mean,
really?
Pretty good size. And we're doing some of the 30, 40s, but then we've got 3 Christmas parties that are over 200 people. So
whoa.
Yeah. So we got and even tonight we're recording this on Sunday. Normally we don't do things on Sunday, but we're starting to do things on Sunday now. We've got
tis the season.
It's a football banquet for a local high school.
Oh yeah.
And it's for 175. So I told Marla it could be a long winter, so we better make hay when the sun shines.
That's right. That's right.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's good.
Right on.
I like making money. And so then we better start thinking about tax write-offs then, Randy, huh?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
I mean, I don't have to worry about that this year. I got plenty of air
Yeah,
conditioners in
you're
buildings.
probably pretty
so
good
I
shape.
I'm fine. And the way the crypto market's going, I may call the tax accountant and see how much crypto I can sell to make some profit on. So I can.
Sure.
Might be a good year for that too.
Because this really went up, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot.
Like a lot.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So what else
Well-
is new and interesting? I just think people need to stay on top of their holiday stuff. If they're, in a restaurant or stuff, stay on top of that. Don't let it get away from you. Because once it gets away
You
from
can
you,
take
it's
one
hard to
thing
get it
from
back.
us. Yeah.
Hard to get it back. Yeah.
I have
thought
to
there
go
was-
grocery shopping for that this week.
Yeah. What? For what?
For Thanksgiving stuff. I
Hey,
got
you know what I'm
friends-
gonna? You know what I think we're gonna do? We're gonna have a very small group. It's only gonna be a few of us for Thanksgiving. And I thought I was gonna have one day. I thought Thanksgiving there was one day that I was gonna kind of have the day off, right? Because
Yeah.
we've been running pretty hard 7 days a week and long hours. And not that I need a day off, but I was just gonna take one day off. And then they reminded me last Sunday night. I said, God, I'm looking forward to just kind of not doing anything on Thanksgiving morning, right? And my mother-in-law goes, well, we're cooking Christmas cookies at the restaurant, aren't we? Like we always do. And I'm like, nah, I've canceled that due to lack of interest. And she looks at me,
boy.
and my sister-in-law looks at me like, are you shitting us? We're still cooking. I'm like, yeah, we'll still do them fucking cookies. So we're still going to do Christmas cookies. We'll do fucking 150 dozen damn Christmas cookies or whatever
That
the hell
many?
they do. I don't know how many they do. They
Think of
just they make up this. Well, I do. I take the dough recipe and I mix it up in 3 or 4 days in advance and put it in the cooler. And then she used to spend 2 weeks doing this with her home little mixer. I'm like, I can do that all in one batch in a mixer.
Sure.
So then her frosting, I'm like, well, I can do that all in one mixer. So then they come and they roll them out, and I get the double stack oven. And as fast as they can cut them, I bake them off.
Sure.
And then they take them, and then they have to frost them, which I boycott. But I think that day, I'm going to do a simple chicken and dumplings with ham and turkey sandwiches, and that's it.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Kind of into the chicken and dumpling thing.
Yeah, that
Not a
sounds
bad
really
thing
good.
to be into.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, do you guys have anything else?
I don't have
Well,
anything else.
we haven't said anything educational today, which really makes me mad.
No,
Well,
we told
I
everybody not to. We told everybody about the mandolin and make sure you
The
take
safety.
off.
I think a lot of the stuff we've
Yeah, we
talked
did
about have
safety.
been very educational. About
Yeah, we
how
talked
to
about the-
processes.
Let's go
and
with
things.
we talked about your kind of thought process behind the takeout orders or the online ordering. Look, you're always educating.
Yes, I agree.
Randy and I, not so much, but you always.
Well, thanks a lot.
It's my goal in life is to pass on the word.
Yep, and you've
Got
passed
it.
it on very well, if I may say so.
Ooh, okay. Okay, well, now it's this time of the episode where we let Randy tell us his hopefully above average acronym.
Drum
This
roll,
week-
please.
This week's acronym of the week is LFG.
Let's
would use
fucking
that-
go.
Let's fucking go.
That's a popular one.
Jesus, Randy.
Well, if you
Are
live
you
such a
kidding
sheltered
me?
life that I do, you don't
Are
know
you
these.
kidding me, Randy? That's like
God.
that's probably the number one acronym used in the world.
You're kidding me.
Besides OMG or LOL, yeah. Let's fucking go is huge.
Honestly, swear to God, I didn't realize that. Swear to God.
Oh, Jesus.
Like- Every high school boy ever before a big football game just post LFG with a football photo
Okay,
or anything.
I just came
Like,
up with a
it's-
new one. I just came up with one. Just sapped in there.
Okay, well, let's forget about that. Okay, let's go. What's the next one?
SIC. You want to make sure you SIC. Soak it in cider.
Jesus Christ.
That's better.
So
That's better.
Oh, it's-
using
That's
it in
better.
context, you hurt your hand. SIC, kind of like an emergency thing. Soak it in cider.
Soak cider. That's much better.
There you go.
That's
I'm going to
so
cancel
much
this
better.
segment.
As the executive producer, I think I might cancel this segment because of that.
No,
Oh.
you cut out my joke last time.
Okay,
Which probably
but let's be real. It was a good idea.
It's a good idea.
I almost posted it with the joke, and then I couldn't sleep. So I was like, I have to take it out.
She's like, I cut your joke out. And I'm like, yeah, that's okay.
It was haunting me in my dreams. So, okay, well, I think that's all I got. Not that I had much. What about you guys?
Randy, what about you?
Boom.
You were
Done.
like, yeah, what?
That's
Wait,
premature.
that was premature.
Sorry.
We're just making sure you don't have anything to say.
No, I don't have anything else to
good?
add.
That's very rare.
Wow.
Look at that. Okay, well, if you
Let's get back
Yeah.
to work this week. Let's see if we can be productive and
Rally the wagons for
wages.
next week.
rally Wiggins.
Rally.
Looks like we're going to turn cold. You know what happens when it turns cold?
No, what?
People put on their feed bags. When they put on their
Oh.
feed bags, they start storing fat for winter, just like bears. So we're expecting a really busy week of eating, because that's what happens.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree.
That's what happens.
We're not too far
Okay.
from caveman. You know,
That's right.
that's true.
you know,
Well,
some more than others.
if you haven't already, yes. If you haven't already, follow us on social media at Cue the Mic Pod. Find us on YouTube at Cue the Mic Podcast. Like, subscribe, follow, do all of the things.
Randall, take it away now.
Boom, done, finished, out of here, over with.
Boom. See you later.
Okay, we'll
Adios,
see you guys
amigos.
next week.
Adios.